And we've been waiting for this day for a long time. It's opening day in the NBA. Thanks for joining us as we start the new season. I'm Brian Anderson. With me tonight, Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Allie LaForge joining us courtside. It's the Sacramento Kings facing the New Orleans Pelicans. Opening day of the regular season, Grant. Nothing quite like this first one of the year.
You know, as a former player, you know firsthand that there's so much anticipation and hard work that goes into making it to opening day. So everyone right now is on a level playing field, and the dream is still alive.
Valanciunas, good.
I like it. An old school five. Jonas primarily does his scoring close in.
Pass to Sabonis. Back to Fox. Here's Herter. Fox outside. And there's a pick. 6 to shoot. Back to Herter. The three ball. Hits the trifecta.
Showing the point guard instincts there. Fox with great vision.
Now McCollum. From downtown. Knocks it down from distance.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Back to Fox. Kicks it out to Barnes. Pass to Herter. Fox outside. Valanciunas with a rebound.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Grant, with the Pelicans, so many of the past few years have started with such high hopes.
Yeah, B.A. And at the end of every season, it feels like there's a big what-if hanging over New Orleans. They haven't been able to catch many breaks in recent years.
Back to Barnes. Going inside. Oh, throw it down. Wow.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. Well, Grant, for Sacramento, 2023 was a year to celebrate. Their first playoff appearance in 16 years.
And they did it with a high-octane attack. Their offensive rating that season was historic, and it was just what the Kings needed to return to contention.
Well, New Orleans hasn't made the playoffs in consecutive years since 2008, 2009.
You know, B.A., that was back in the Chris Paul era. They only reached the postseason twice with Anthony Davis, but in recent years, injuries have prevented them from reaching their potential.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Valanciunas can't get it to go. And Fox has got the ball here for the Kings. Trailing by 2. You know, Richard, when it comes to excelling in every facet of being a guard, De'Aaron Fox is that guy.
And there's no question he can take over with the scoring and get his teammates involved, B.A. He is a pest on defense. This man does it all.
All right, guys, my favorite phrase of the 22-23 season, light the beam.
I'm going to be really honest, B.A. It was a pretty cool effect. The Kings lighting a purple beam from their arena anytime they won. It was a really cool rallying cry for the city. And look, it worked. Sacramento ended up ending the longest playoff drought in North American sports.
Double team on Fox. Shot's good by Sabonis.
This is where you get Sabonis the ball. He's going to reward you for feeding him.
Williamson outside. Lets the three fly. And the Pelicans miss again. A minute 37 left to play in the first. To the middle. Fox outside. Picked by Murray. Pass to Barnes. It's good. And the assist goes to Murray.
3 points.
Barnes has got 5.
Nice play by Murray, showing off that passing skill set of his.
Can they get it? The shot by Ingram, no good. The Kings leading. Inside. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Out to McCollum. Second shot opportunity.
I'm trying to think of the last time I saw him miss a shot like that. It's been a while.
Pass to Fox. Driving in. Softly drops in the floater. 6 points for him.
Boy, Fox, there may not be a quicker player with the ball in his hands.
Now here's Ingram. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Back to McCollum. Oh, Sabonis with the steal. And pushing it up. Here's Sacramento. And it's Fox missing.
Despite the miss, those are the kind of looks coaches hope to create.
And so it's the Sacramento Kings with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
Another thing they're doing well early on is moving the ball, playing selfless basketball, and getting everybody involved on the offensive end.
There's McCollum with the three. Rebound by the Kings.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Brian, the Kings finally last season snapped their 16-year playoff drought, and Coach Mike Brown said, quote, "You take a job to try and build a championship-level team. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but you have to believe. We are going to keep working, and we will get there." Brian?
Well, that's what he's all about. He's the reigning Coach of the Year, Allie. Thank you. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
McCollum outside. Shot clock at 6. Nance for 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. And it's Larry Nance with a foul. That's his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Now here's Fox. He's got 6.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
McCollum with a steal.
And they just keep making mistakes. I mean, that's back-to-back turnovers, which easily could have been prevented. That'll definitely steal away some momentum, stripping them of the ball and then grabbing the bucket.
Murray up top. Pass to Sabonis. And Sabonis slams it in.
Love to see Sabonis get dominant like this. Defense has no chance to interfere.
Well, Mike Brown is known as a great defensive coach, but he led the Kings to an all-time great offensive season in 2023.
Yeah, and they actually ranked towards the bottom of the league defensively. So for them going forward, we'll see if Brown's expertise can bolster the Kings' defense.
Grant, you had a terrific mid-range game. It feels like more players are going back to that now.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, B.A. The analytics say dunks and three-pointers, but that makes your offense almost just two-dimensional. In many cases, too predictable. You're seeing more and more players, particularly the elite ones, finding comfort in the mid-range.
Clock at 6. And again, New Orleans, no good.
And they're doing strong work on the glass, a +5 advantage for them. And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Sacramento. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Pass to Herter. Three-pointer off the mark. The Pelicans trail. McCollum with it. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here. To the inside. Valanciunas.
An excellent job of reading the defense. As Ingram's court vision continues to improve, so will his playmaking.
Fox double team. Outside Barnes. There's Herter with the three. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Pass to Ingram. Nance the screen. Out to the right wing. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. For 3, McCollum. They get it back. The kick out to Nance. With the clock winding down. Here's Valanciunas. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Back to Ingram.
And what's surprising, during the second quarter, he hasn't really looked like himself.
They kick it out to Murray. Back to Herter. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. And it's a 12-point Kings lead.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little
Welcome, everybody, to the day we've all been looking forward to. The start of a new NBA season on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'm joined by Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony. And David Aldridge will be reporting from the sideline. It's the Chicago Bulls facing the Houston Rockets. Now, here's ball. Here's Vucevic. Dunked by Vucevic.
Getting physical on the glass and getting a bucket, that's what Vooch does.
Green left side. Williams with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Levine's got it. Here's Ball. And he drives in. And Ball slams it in.
And I just love the aggressiveness from Ball. When he's driving to the hoop, he's ready to attack the rim at will.
Now here's Van Vliet. Smith outside. Pass to Şengün. Houston needs to get a shot. Just 2 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And Greg, when we tip off a new season, it's not uncommon to see some nerves or even sloppy play.
No doubt. I mean, as a player, you put so much time and effort into preparing for the season. Sometimes emotions can get the best of you, and it can take a little time to settle into a game.
Here's Ball. Williams a screen to the paint. It's good. The assist that time from Ball.
Yeah, and Ball, a transcendent talent, I think has a real skill for finding his teammates when they have those good looks at the rim.
Now here's Van Vliet. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night.
Nice contest. A high level of energy. That's how you play defense.
For 3, Levine. Buries the long-range jumper.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
And Vucevic, RJ, one of the few NBA players from Switzerland.
Yeah, he's in a pretty exclusive club of Swiss players. Just 4 players coming from there. All of them since 2006. I love it when we get new players from new countries. It just grows the game.
The Rockets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. What an entrance to the league Jalen Green has had.
So much success early on in his career, and it was expected. He's a scoring machine. Anything he's asked to do on the floor, he can get it done.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
A slow start here for Houston in this one. Trailing by 10. This is their first chance to take a look at the Bulls.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
And that seems about right. Last season was one that both teams would like to forget. They get beat up a lot and couldn't even beat up on each other.
Here's Van Vliet. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Takes it inside. They kick it out to Green. Just 4 to shoot. And the Rockets hiring of Coach Udoka brought a lot of optimism, it seemed, to the fan base.
Yeah, Houston has had a rough go in recent years. And Udoka took the Celtics to the NBA Finals in his lone season as head coach. They're not expecting that kind of success right away, but they're hopeful he can turn things in the right direction.
Richard, if there's an area where the Bulls have struggled, it's on the offensive end.
Kev, you're always such a politician. Look, if you don't have a lot of three-point attempts, a lot of free throw attempts, or offensive rebounds, without those 3 things, it is impossible to hang in there offensively.
Here's Ball. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets trailed by 11. Here's Green. And Green slams it in.
This is what Green loves to do, getting strong positioning inside and wanting to work.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Hey, Greg, to touch on the Bulls for a moment, defense has been an emphasis for them.
It has, and they went through several years playing subpar D, and it cost them. They began to turn things around a couple seasons ago, and it has served them well.
Now here's Brooks. He has yet to score. Van Vliet, right side. Vucevic with the rebound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's DeRozan. Back to Williams. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Pass to Vucevic. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Levine can't hit. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Rockets. It's a 10-point game. And Houston calls their first timeout of the game. Well, it wasn't an ideal rookie season for Jabari Smith, but Richard, he's got the physical tools we all think to be great.
It's tough to adjust to the NBA, especially as a teenager. But at 6'11" and that type of lateral quickness, Smith could be a lockdown defender.
Chicago making some changes. In the corner, Şengün with it. Brooks with no one around. No good with the triple. And here are the Bulls now. They're on a 14-4 run. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Here's Drummond. And it's Van Vliet with the rebound.
Give the defender credit. Willing to challenge the shot. Lots of other guys just let them score there.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls going into the break with a 10-point lead. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Bulls?
I've really been impressed with how aggressive they've been inside, looking to capitalize from the paint whenever they can.
And the other thing, I love how they're playing up tonight, getting into ball handlers and forcing some turnovers.
Pass to Drummond. Banked in off the glass. Drummond's got the lead up to 12 now for the Bulls.
Hey, that's Drummond, throwback center who does almost all of his damage inside.
It's stolen by Carter. White looking around. Knocked away. Stolen by Van Vliet. And oh, here we go. Brooks got it, the fast break chance. And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Into the lane. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
And this is Brooks at his best, attacking, getting physical with the defense, and finishing on the drive.
To the left wing. A wide open look here for Craig. Connects from three-point range. Craig's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Smith. Yep, it counts.
Yeah, once Smith puts the ball on the floor, he's got good straight-ahead speed.
Hey, Richard, you look at Houston's roster. They are stacked with high-level athletes.
The Houston Rockets have done a great job of adding players that they feel can add strength and cultivate skill. Because athleticism, that's something that you just can't teach.
Pass to Şengün. Back to Van Vliet. Smith outside. Clock at 6. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. The Bulls leading by 13. Carter down low. Pass to Drummond. The jump hook. And no good. Trying to use the glass. Out to Brooks. Over in the corner, Green. It's tipped. And here is Caruso. Nothing on the board. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. The Rockets have brought in Ime Udoka to help their team become a winner. Ime said, "We have a lot of guys that have a chip on their shoulder. Those are the types I look for. And from there, we want to cultivate that into team success. That's the job of a coach, to push that and get that out of them." Kevin?
It is. Good thought. All right, David, thank you.
And when it comes to Kobe White, a young guard who shoots with assertiveness.
Well, he's a guy that knows his role, Greg. And when he's out there, his teammates encourage him to shoot the ball because they know how hot he can get.
And we've seen some pretty impressive things from Alperen Sengun.
Yeah, young fella already has a record to his name. The youngest center to get at least 30 points, 15 rebounds, and 5 assists in one game. You want to know who the previous record holder was, Greg? Listen, I got you. It was Shaq.
Here's Ball. Rockets with the rebound. When this game is done, they'll be off to Orlando, and they'll take on the Magic. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Pass to Sengun. Stolen by Ball. Here's DeRozan. Vucevic with it. The three. And again, Chicago. No good. Green with the ball. 9 points in the game so far. Van Vliet outside. Smith outside. Just 5 on the clock. Over Williams. Off the mark, had a chance to trim it to single digits. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Ball feeling it out a bit. Outside, White. Lets the three fly. Drills the three-pointer. White's got the lead up to 13 now for the Bulls. Here's Green. Here's the drive.
Bringing a competitive energy to the defensive end. White stays connected to his man and plays with active hands.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so Green will bring it up for the Rockets. LGA for the Bulls. It's been a struggle to find consistency the past few seasons.
It's been a one step forward, one step back kind of situation. That they don't need to set their sights on a title yet. They just have to establish that winning culture.
Outside, Ball. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ball's got the first bucket of the third here for the Bulls.
He has the entire arsenal when it comes to handling the rock, cutting through the D like butter. I love Ball when he's aggressive to attack.
Out to Smith. To the wing right side. To the inside. 6 on the shot clock. Van Vliet with the bucket.
And unafraid to challenge the heart of this defense. Van Vliet's a strong finisher for his size.
Left side, Williams. Outside, DeRozan. Ball with a wide open look. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
They set the pick. Right wing. Here's Sengun. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Outside Williams. From outside the arc. The offensive rebound. Here's the three. Sinks the three-pointer. Williams has got 5 points so far.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
To the middle. Here's Brooks. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And when you look at Dylan Brooks, he's someone that doesn't mind playing the villain.
Yeah, he definitely seems to embrace this villain role, Greg. And look, a guy like that keeps getting under your skin, that can be a benefit for your team.
Pass to White. Fires from deep. Şengün with the rebound.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
White, good.
Yeah, attacking the interior is something White does well. He's crafty, and he makes good adjustments against the defense.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
And Craig has it in the corner. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Craig's got his second basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Şengün. Lets it go with a 3. The Rockets with another miss.
2 minutes remaining.
It's White on the wing.
2 minutes.
He's got 7. Here's Caruso. They double him with Green. Now Drummond. Misses the baby hook. 1:42 left here in the third quarter. Pass to Şengün. And it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
Smith outside. 5 on the clock. Here's Green. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Richard, the Houston Rockets were once a powerhouse team in the West, especially during the 2010s.
Yeah, they even gave the KD and Steph Curry Warriors a run for their money. Look, the James Harden era in Houston was special, and now they're trying to get back into contention.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks, Kevin. DeMar DeRozan credits his upbringing in Compton, California for helping him make the person that he is today. He said, "It gave me my toughness, my aggression. It matured me very fast into a man. That's something that to this day sticks with me. No matter what I get or how much I have now, I still remember what it feels like to have nothing." Kevin?
That's a good thought to keep in your head. David, thanks. Now a timeout called by Houston.
For Alex Caruso, the advanced numbers say he is one of the best defenders in the league.
The eye test backs that up. Caruso just sticks to guys, performs very well against the best guards in the game, is tremendous at anticipating sets. It shows his basketball IQ.
Now a timeout called by Houston.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
One more time. Let's hear it for you. What City Sixers?
There's 38 seconds left in the third. Driving in. Nice D from Levine. Chicago leading by 21. And DeRozan throws it down hard.
Okay, Mr. DeRozan. DeMar still got some bounce left.
Van Vliet outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Second team foul.
Free throw good. Van Vliet.
At the line for your Rockets.
And so Van Vliet nails both of them.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
The wide open look here for DeRozan. The three-pointer, no good. It's Brooks on the wing. Back to Van Vliet. And so it's the Chicago Bulls sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. Pass to Levine. DeRozan in the corner. It's taken away by Smith. Here's Brooks. And there's the drive.
And the quickness of Brooks's drive can be overwhelming. Burst inside before the D can react.
Now here's Williams. Takes a 3. Şengün with the rebound. Van Vliet with it. Now defended by Levine. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Lets it go from deep. That one no good.
Just an ugly show from him offensively. Yep, no way to describe it, just ugly, and that hasn't helped.
And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Outside, Ball. Pass to DeRozan. Jacks up a 3. And a big concern for players and coaches is the consistency of officiating. Greg, do you like that argument?
It's tough when one night something is a foul and the next night it isn't. There's some gray area, obviously, and it'd be good for the league to try and clarify how they want things called.
DeRozan's shot is good.
3 points.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes. I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Rockets trailed by 20. Here's Van Vliet. And Vucevic pulls it down.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
Van Vliet looking around. What do you think of the league's most recent CBA? Greg, that 7-year deal just signed.
Oh, Kevin, the NBA and Players Association both need to be commended. Labor peace through the rest of the decade. Most pro sports don't have this kind of stability.
DeRozan in the corner. Outside, Levine. Bulls moving the ball around. Williams with a clean look. And it's off from three-point range. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
The Bulls leading by 18. Ball from long range. And again, Chicago. No good. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Şengün with the bucket.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Now, here's Ball. Outside, Levine. Here's Vucevic. Out to DeRozan. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. DeRozan's got 5 points now this quarter.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
No let up with these guys. They're going for the throat now.
From the top of the key, Ball with the rebound.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Chicago.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight they had both.
Yeah, and listen, you only get the assist if the guy you give it to makes the shot. So a lot of assists will up your field goal percentage, but this was a great team effort by everyone.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions, and the nice night it ended up being for Lonzo Ball.
And his playmaking is what stood out to me, effortlessly creating for his teammates. Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
On the wing, DeRozan. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. And the Bulls lead by 19. Van Vliet outside. With a floater. Rebounded by Vucevic. Here's Ball. Launches a three. Traps it in.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season.